I was sent this.
Oh,
That should make every single Tottenham fan crease inside.
that is
So, no,
disgusting.
Yeah, all good, all good, all good. Except this bit of a scenario we've got is the most horrible feeling I think I've ever had.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at that cockerel in the background, from the 60s, back from the 60s. If only we could, that's the last time we won the league. Last time we won the league, and we could potentially hand Arsenal, which would be what? How many titles since then? Too many to talk about. But what's your opinion? Do you want Spurs to win or lose tomorrow night?
I want Spurs to win every game they play. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there's times this this feels like cheating on my wife
Yeah.
because I want I want Spurs to win. Obviously, I want Spurs to win, but the consequences of that, letting them South London nomads win the league again. I was just talking to Brian Daigle, and I get it. I get it. Everything they say, but how can you have them again? Well, not again like they're winning it every year. It's not like they're winning it every year, is it?
First in 20 years. 20 years ago, more than we got to say for ourselves.
Exactly that. And they'll never let us forget it. I'm a caretaker in the school, yeah, and I had a kid come up to me today, and he said he noticed my Spurs tat on my arm, and he said, "Sir, you have to do us a favour tomorrow." I said, "Why's that?" He said, "Well, so that we can win the league." I said, if you were the last team in the world, I wouldn't want you to win the league. And he said, "Well, you're not a true Tottenham fan then." And I thought, just go home and talk to your dad. Ask your dad. Right? He'd tell you. But yeah, I mean, I first time ever in my life that I don't want Spurs to win tomorrow. But saying that, if Villa get beat,
yeah,
and we've got that chance of Champions League, I don't personally think that we're ready for Champions League just yet. And I think we've got a better chance of winning the Europa, whatever they call it nowadays. Which we've got two of them, haven't we?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, and a Cup Winners' Cup. Yeah.
Yeah.
How many European trophies have Arsenal ever won?
Yeah, that's why I hope you didn't. I was hoping you weren't going to mention the Cup Winners' Cup because that's a trophy that's extinct anymore, and that's the only trophy that Arsenal have won.
Oh, they have actually won it, have they?
They won the Cup Winners' Cup, but they've never won a UEFA Cup or a Europa League or European Cup.
So they have won a European trophy,
but not as many as us.
No, well, Anyway, that's
it. But do you remember? I mean, obviously, you've clearly been supporting Spurs for a while. Back in 1999, when there was a similar situation, Tottenham were playing on the final day against Man United. Do you remember watching that game?
Yeah, so Les scoring the opening goal, didn't he?
And did you celebrate when Man United won that game?
Yeah, I think I did. I think I did. Again, I weren't, I wasn't happy that Spurs had lost, but the consequences of Spurs losing was far better than Spurs losing.
Yeah, correct. So I think you're saying it'll be a similar reaction tomorrow.
Hopefully.
But you say, Budge, we're not ready for Champions League and that, and I kind of do tend to agree with you, but it is always good and nice seeing Spurs dining at the top table in the Champions League and pitching ourselves against the best. So what means more to you, Spurs getting into the Champions League or Arsenal not winning the title?
At this moment in time, it's more important to me that Arsenal don't win the title.
Yeah.
Because I don't think we're set up yet to do anything in the Champions League. Although the format's different now, isn't it? From next season, it's going to be like a big league basis.
Yeah.
Rather than group stages and this, that, and the other. So I don't know, but we're still definitely maybe 2 transfer windows short of being able to see do ourselves proud in the Champions League.
So being a long-time Spurs fan as yourself, what will your reaction be if Man City do score a goal tomorrow, score the first goal?
Okay. So I won't be cheering it. I won't be jumping up and down. But at the same time, I won't be that disappointed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Basically.
Me and you both, my friend. Are you at the game tomorrow or?
I've put my ticket up for sale. Not because of the consequences of the game. It's just the fact that I'm up for work at 5 a.m, so I'm gonna get home. It'd be midnight.
Fair enough.
And you know, bearing in mind I don't really want us to win, I'm thinking, yeah, let's just put my ticket up for sale.
I don't blame you, my friend. What's your score prediction tomorrow?
I think it'll be 2-0 City.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
They've got a job to do, and I hope they're going to do it. At our expense, maybe at our expense. But you know what? I don't want Arsenal to win a throw-in. So that's basically it, boys.
Today is to don't even think about it tomorrow. Don't even think about it.
So don't even think about winning, or don't even think about losing.
Don't even think about winning.
Brian,
And you know the third thing is the thing that I've got in my head as well, which is probably the most Spursiest thing of all time. We will go down as, you know full well, this club could probably take points off Man City, but then drop them at Sheffield United.
That'll be
Facts.
so Spurs.
Facts. Brian, were you at the game in the early 2000s or late 90s when we played Manchester United in those periods when they could have won the league, or when they did win the league and we could have stopped them?
I weren't at Old Trafford when they were going for when obviously United got the treble. I was obviously in England, but I was not at Old Trafford. But I was rooting for United.
Yeah, was that like obviously the general consensus at the time? Do you remember the period?
I think it was. Put it this way: you look at it, and you can see all the Arsenal fans that are coming out and the filth of just living up to their name and just bitching and moaning at everything. There's loads of videos circulating that when Arsenal were in the Europa League final and we were in the Champions League, AFTV went around asking everyone, and it was common spread saying, you can win the Europa League and Spurs win the Champions League, or we both lose. And every single Arsenal fan said we both lose.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you make out of Ange's comments? He said, if you're going by social media, then 99% of fans will want Spurs to lose. But
There's other people. Sorry, Sim. There's people in the background mute their mic because I can hear them over Tim. Sorry, Tim. Say what you're saying, buddy.
I'm just going to quote Postecoglou here. I want to know what your thoughts are of what he's saying.
Yeah.
He was asked about whether Tottenham fans want their team to lose on Tuesday. He said, if we're going by social media, then 99% will want them to lose, but please don't tell me that's your world. If that is your world, you need counselling. I understand the rivalry, but I'll never understand anyone wanting their own team to lose. People are allowed to feel the way they do, but I've been consistent and strong in my belief that it's important for the club to get to where we want to and not look for a silver bullet. He says, if you think the majority of fans don't want us to win, I don't see it that way. I think the fans inside the stadium will create the same atmosphere that they always do. He says anything in between like bragging rights are meaningless to me. We've got a game tomorrow and we want to win. Well, what do you make out of those comments?
I responded to that on Alistair Gold's tweet. The first thing is, which I didn't add on that, is he's just come from Rangers Celtic, and you bet your ass if Rangers and Celtic were in this position, they would both be doing what we are doing right now. You just know it. But one thing I will say about this, and this is the way I see it with this, is with managers and players, they come to whatever club, we're talking Spurs and Arsenal here, but they come to whatever club they go to for a fraction of their life, a fraction of their career, let alone a fraction of their life. Tottenham Hotspur is my first love. My first love ever is Tottenham Hotspur. Obviously, you got your family and everything, but the first thing I remember falling in love with was Tottenham Hotspur. And I will be in love with Tottenham Hotspur till my very dying breath. In 6, 7, 8, 9 years, these players and this manager and probably other managers and other players, they would have had their segment of their life where Tottenham Hotspur were their employer. For supporters, this is a lifetime. This is a whole lifetime. So listen, As Postecoglou is going to come out and go, listen, we're going to let them get absolutely thumped. I'm going to put Vicari up front. I'm going to put Decky in goal. He ain't going to say that kind of stuff, is he? He's got to save face. But for me as a supporter, and I love my football club. I love my football club more than life itself. It literally this moment, I will gladly sacrifice top four because there's still an outside chance. I will gladly sacrifice anything to stop them winning the league. Anything.
Brian, did you see the predicted lineup?
No.
We put you at right wing. You ready?
Right, see, Ryan Isaacs put me at right back. I'm a left footer, so I can cut in like Decky, but I will be firing back passes like a prime Harry Kane shot or like a Gaza free kick against Arsenal. That will be my back passes. I'm delighted to have made the team. Listen, it's going to be a tough game. Listen, the atmosphere, that's the thing. How is it going to be in the stadium?
Yeah.
What's your prediction?
Because obviously, what's my prediction?
No, not for the game. Like how a prediction for how the atmosphere.
Oh, the atmosphere. Do you know what? I think it's going to be so. I really think it's going to be one of the strangest atmospheres of recent history. You look into it. I don't put it this way. If I was there and we went 1-0 up, I wouldn't be celebrating the goal. I won't be jumping up and clapping and going.
Would you celebrate City scoring?
Mate, I'm going to be in the Scotland Yard, and my table and a couple of tables around us have all sent each other the lyrics to Blue Moon.
So you will. Will you when City score? Are you going to jump up and celebrate? Will you be celebrating?
I put it this way: I'm not going to jump up and celebrate like it was a Spurs goal, because that's only reserved for Spurs. But will I be happy? Yeah. Put it this way: I said this when Dele came back to Everton, to Spurs with Everton. Because it was before we knew what we knew with Dele, when he came back, I said I wouldn't sing his song. I'd clap him if he came back, but I'm not bellowing out his song or anything. And I know it's a completely different scenario, but I'm not. I think more to the point is, will people celebrate a Spurs goal?
Yeah, it's just going to be a really weird. It's just a weird situation that I've never been a part of before. It's going to be interesting to see what it's like at the stadium tomorrow. Apparently, there are over 5,000 tickets on the exchange at the moment.
Yep. Well, which says it a lot, and I think as well, Ben, what you can remember is if Liverpool beat Villa, then that puts an extra twist on this game. So it's you know what? We're just going to have to see what happens with Liverpool Villa. But yeah, this is going to be a very, very strange. Like, listen, I remember, Ben and Simon, you remember sitting next to me, or I was sitting next to you last year when we were screaming "Levy out" and everything. The atmosphere around the stadium for that was a bit weird. And people, if you got up and shouted "Levy out," people would either do it around you or look at you with absolute horror. Well, it's going to be that way tomorrow if a goal gets scored, isn't it?
Yeah, it will be. It will be, because there will be sections that want us to win. But I think the sections that don't want us to win will be bigger tomorrow night. It's just that weird feeling tonight. It's just like, whatever happens, let's hope the door on top four is completely shut by the end of tonight. That's the way we're feeling. How strange is that?
Mate, well, exactly. Not only are we wanting Man City to win tomorrow, we're actually wanting Villa to win, to take that bullet out of the gun. This is what being a Spurs fan is about, people. This is what it's about. Forget the highs and the glory days of challenging for titles. Let's put out a 5 years since we won the Champions League semi-final to celebrate moments of the past. And now let's pray that Villa can beat Liverpool, so there's not that outside possibility of top four.
Well, Brian, if we win, are you going to be dejected? After the game, if we win.
If we win and Dejan Kulusevski picks up, I don't know who's on the fan show tomorrow, but they might want to put the headphones like this, because I might be very volatile.
Brian, thanks for coming on, my friend. Let's see what happens tonight, I guess. And Blue Moon.
And I'm not even going to do my normal saying. I'll just go, Blue Moon, you saw me standing alone. Good night, guys.
What's going on? How are you guys? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, all good, all good. I can see you donning that sky blue as well. What's your
Yes,
opinion
how
on the
you
game?
feeling? How you feeling?
Do you tell
So,
me,
Ben,
my friend, who do you want to win, Man City or Spurs?
I want Man City to win. So Ben, I know you had said that you want callers who are want Tottenham to win tomorrow.
That
And
was him.
when
That
you
was
look,
him.
yes, when you look, or Sen, I'm sorry, when you look out the whole situation from a bird's eye view, even if Villa lose to, or I'm sorry, even if Villa beat Liverpool today, and then they won again against Palace, or no, actually, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. What I'm trying to say is, even if we made top 4 and Arsenal wins the league, I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want that. I still would rather not make top 4 and Arsenal not make the league. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And when you just think about how this is going to be a forever thing, like Brian had said that before. I mean, people will come and go. We're always going to love this club, and especially, I mean, you guys know because you post stuff on social media. Arsenal fans will forever comment that, and that's always going to be added to a lot of the memes that our fans already see. And so I just couldn't stomach, honestly, Arsenal winning the league no matter what. And this is the first time since I've been following the team that I do want us to lose a game, honestly. I think a lot of the kids, the U21s, deserve to play.
So, Royce, will you be celebrating when City score tomorrow?
That's an interesting question as well. I think maybe the first one I may be a little bit more happy than any that follow, just because I'll be like, okay, you know, this really could go the way that I want it to. But I think the only way that I celebrate a Tottenham goal tomorrow is if City have scored a lot more than us already. If the game looks kind of out of hand.
You know what? You know what would be amazing tomorrow night if Spurs go 2-0 up and lose the game, because that will drag all the Arsenal fans in and being like, Tottenham are doing it for us, Tottenham are doing it for us, and then we just go and completely flatten it and lose like 3-4-5-2. How amazing would that be?
That'd be mad. I'd love that. Just give them a little sense that it's happening. Just tickle them a bit, and then just shut them down. That would be fantastic. But what do you think, Royce? What do you think the atmosphere is going to be like tomorrow? Because Ange is confident that he still thinks the majority of Spurs fans want Spurs to win. Do you think that is true?
That makes sense why he thinks that. Honestly, you know, when you consider his past management experience, he's always won for the majority of his career, and he's been very successful. And I just think that's his job. His job. He gets paid to win games. You know, it's not the fans' job. The fans are going to have to live with the consequences of whatever happens at the end of this season forever. And so I think it just, at the end of the day, it's going to mean more to the fans. And he has to kind of maybe look at it from a different perspective of why we would not want to win the match.
Yeah, look, I think Ange does get it, and I think he knows why the fans feel like this, or definitely a lot of the fans feel like this. But I think you're completely right. This guy has just come into the club this season. He's been brought in to bring this club onto the next level and to grow a project here. Like, it's obvious that he's not going to want Spurs to lose, and the players as well. So I can completely understand where Ange is coming from. It's just that...
Well, he's got a job to do.
Exactly.
Levy's going to want him to get Champions League. And so obviously he's going to...
This is what he's paid to do, to win football matches.
Exactly. Yep, exactly. It's going to be very interesting, honestly. No matter what happens, it's going to be very entertaining to watch from start to finish. So I'm super excited for it.
What's your score prediction?
I think 3-1 Man City. That's what I think is going to happen. I literally put in the chat before when you had put the form up for Man City. I mean, it's unbelievable how good a form they're on right now. It's unthinkable. You had said it, literally, they're perfect. It's like if you could build a team, I mean, that's it on FIFA that you want to play in your career mode. They're almost flawless from head to toe, but at the same time, Tottenham somehow always find a way to make it super interesting with them. So I especially recent games. So I think it's going to be really entertaining, but 3-1, I think at the end of the day, they'll have too much quality, and they'll understand that, you know, Pep literally came out in the media and said, if anything happens but a Man City win, we're not going to win the Premier League. So they're going to understand how important it is for them as well.
Yeah, I do feel like it's going to be a bit of a nail biter tomorrow. It will be nervy for both sets of fans, to be fair, but we'll see how it pans out. We'll see what happens tonight. But thank you, Royce, for coming on today, mate.
Great stream, guys. Thank you so much for having me on. Have a great rest
Cheers,
of your day.
Hey guys, how you doing?
How you doing? I'm good. How are you?
Very well, very well. Thanks. Just tuning in from. I'm actually in Scotland, but I'm originally from Kent.
When did Jesus grace Scotland's lands?
Just the past 5 years or so. I like to get around with my guitar and bless the world and all that.
So talk to me about, you're a Spurs fan, right? How long have you been supporting Spurs?
Since I was a kid, so I'm a musician. So there was in my sort of late teens, early 20s, when I was like traveling around playing music a lot, I sort of lost touch with football. But when I was a kid, I wanted to be a professional footballer. I mean, I looked a lot different than I do now. I had a lot less hair. But yeah, when I realised I wasn't going to make it to the level, I just grew my hair, grew a beard, started playing guitar. But I've been a Spurs fan since I was a kid. My granddad took me to the old White Hart Lane. So I remember seeing Jermaine Defoe and Robbie Keane playing. I've been to the new stadium twice. My girlfriend, who's from Berwick upon Tweed on the Scottish borders, she's now a Spurs fan. So I've done a good job there.
Well done, mate. Well done.
Yeah,
It's fair to say Jesus really did pay for our sins, I think.
Jesus is a Spurs fan, everyone. You heard it here first.
Yes.
But talk to me about your feelings on the game tomorrow night. Can you stomach Spurs handing Arsenal that title?
Look, I personally, I mean, I'm probably in the minority. My thinking is just we should just be focusing on ourselves. It's been a good season overall under Ange. The rivalry thing, obviously, I get. Some fans are, take it a little more seriously than others. Myself, obviously, I don't want Arsenal to win the title, but I still think we should just be thinking of ourselves, and we shouldn't be so. I mean, it's easier for me sitting up in Scotland looking like Jesus because there's no Arsenal fans around to bother me. But no, I just think we should be focusing on ourselves. Like, sport is a competitive thing. Football's a competitive thing. We should be playing to win, to play our best, and what will be, to be honest with you.
That's what I was about to say, Jesus. Isn't that a bit selfish? Think of us lot down in North London, surrounded by them.
Well, yeah, my heart does go out to you guys. But no, if you're in London, obviously, and you've got the whole banter thing and Arsenal fans all on your case, and obviously, like, it's not great. We don't want them to win the title. Obviously, this is also going to be an unpopular opinion, but if they do win, then I hate to say it, they do deserve it under Arteta. We got to think that a lot of people are giving Ange a bit of stick recently, but think of how Klopp was, or Arteta in their first seasons. Like, it was tough, and people gave him a lot of slack. And now, to be honest, the work he's done is amazing. So I'm sorry, this isn't me trying to blow smoke up their bottoms or anything. I just, this could be us in a few years' time if things go well with Ange. So credits, due where credit's due. They've done a great job. We don't want them to win the title, but I still want us to win every match that we play.
Regardless of what's on the line, does it matter to you if Aston Villa win tonight or not, whether you want Spurs to win on Tuesday?
I still want Tottenham to win. I know it doesn't seem like they have anything to play for, but it's Tottenham after all. I mean, they have to get 1 point to definitely guarantee, a Europa League. So I just want to play to win, or at least, they need to put in a shift tonight, see where we're really at. There's only 2 games to go. So yeah, I'm not. Arsenal isn't in my thinking. I'm safe up here on the Scottish borders. There's no Arsenal fans.
Well, that's all right for you, Jesus. That's all right for you.
Well, come move up. It's beautiful.
If Arsenal win the league, I might have to.
Yeah, exactly. I've got space in my house. It's all right.
All right, so we're all coming to you. Everyone in the chat, we're all going up to Jesus.
I'll look after you.
Score prediction tomorrow, mate.
Honestly, having said all of that, I can't see us winning. To be honest. So it doesn't actually matter, really. We're just making such a fuss for nothing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I think we'll score. I mean, a lot of people are saying 3-1. That honestly, that seems like a fair assumption or fair guess. To be honest with you, they surely will be too strong for us. I mean, we always give an amazing performance, or it's always an amazing match. Usually, Tottenham and Man City. So hopefully, it'll be good either way. And yeah, we'll just see what happens.
Yeah, it's a tricky one, the boys. It's a tricky one. It depends what happens in tonight's game. If Villa lose tonight against Liverpool, we have to win the game because Mr. Levy's gonna want that, and that's
No, but Ben, do you want us to win? Do you want us to win the game?
What's your opinion,
Do
though?
you want us to win the game if
Oh, in
Villa
my
lose
opinion,
tonight?
I play the under-12s. I play the under-12s and give them a nice pay packet. I don't want Arsenal winning the league, but we have to look at things from a club perspective and from a fan perspective. If there is chance of us getting Champions League football and the chance for Ange Postecoglou to spend Champions League money on improving the team, we're going to have to do it. We're going to have to swallow our pride.
Ben.
I don't want Tottenham to lose any game of football because that's just the mentality I've grown up with. I want Tottenham to win every game of football that's physically possible.
But Ben,
So,
I think the club
tonight.
But I think the club, regardless of the result tonight, I think the club, Daniel Levy, Ange Postecoglou, every single player involved, regardless of the result tonight, are going to want to win the game tomorrow. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the perspective that we're going from is from your perspective and the fans' perspective. So you're happy to put top four aside for Arsenal not to win the league?
Oh, absolutely. I don't want them because they'll be in my ear. Look at what I was sent. You're going to love this. Every single person in the chat is going to throw up in a second. Where is it? I was sent this from an Arsenal fan. I'm going to have to Google it. It's a friend of Kemball's, Sim. I was sent this morning. I was sent this.
Oh.
That should make every single Tottenham fan crease inside.
That is disgusting.
Play the under-12s.
That is
Play
disgusting.
The under-12s. That is vile in every way, shape, or form. No. Just
And
no.
if any Spurs fan now that wants Spurs to win tomorrow night is looking at that, surely that changes your mind. Like, they
Absolutely.
are dying for us to win the game tomorrow. You heard what Kai Havertz said. You hear what every Arsenal fan you know is probably texting you. Like, how could you... it just makes me sick that we could potentially hand them the title.
Yeah, we can't have that. Because then they could say we won the league at White Hart Lane 3 times, can't they?
Yeah.
They can say that.
Yeah.
That's what they can say. We won the league at White Hart Lane 3 times. Like, no, under-12s, 22-0, get the goal difference back up. Let's have it. Let's have it, guys.
Are you Ange out if we win?
No, let him have his rebuild. Let him have his rebuild and see what he can do next year.
You going tomorrow?
I'm going tomorrow. I will be there with the Kaufman troop. I will be there all next year. I've backed the team, and it with a lot of pain going through the wallet. We will be there next year. We will always be there, boys. And let's try and support the team the way we can, and hopefully we can defend the corner next year. That would be.
So are you gonna in the stadium, Ben? Will you be supporting City in the stadium?
No.
No.
I support Tottenham. I'm born and bred Tottenham. If they win, they win. But they probably will win, to be honest. We're crap. We will get there. We will get there. But it's just, yeah, I'm not going to support City. I don't like City as a football club. I've got loads of great City fans. Loads of great fans. But, yeah, it's just a shame the people that are going to topple City's reign are them lot down the road. We can't have that.
So what you're saying is that you won't support City tomorrow night in the stadium, but you're still hoping for them to win?
Basically.
Like it.
I'm not be supporting them, though. I'll still be supporting Tottenham, but it's just inevitable that Tottenham won't win tomorrow. We're not good enough to beat City. We shouldn't even be worrying about this. We're going to get slapped over the park tomorrow. We're nowhere near their level.
You say that, but we've been nowhere near their level in the last 4 years. Now, they've come to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium and haven't scored a goal yet.
Yeah. I think that knack has gone after the FA Cup game. They figured out a way to play us.
They scored a set piece.
Yeah, they scored a set piece. Unfortunately, with the lack of players we've got to change it up during a game, we're very easy to play against. Put a mid-block in the team, stop us being able to progress the ball through the park with the inverted wing backs that are so narrow that you can just throw a blanket over them. He marks us out the game. So I don't think City will have a problem getting by us tomorrow. But here's hoping that Arsenal lose at the weekend and we're not the people that have handed City the league. It'd be nice if they just didn't win at the weekend. That'd be lovely.
It would be. We'll score prediction tomorrow, Ben.
Score prediction is a 3-1 City win.
Same as me. Ben, thanks for...
Vicky Van der Ven is going to get a goal because that guy is God. Yeah. And yeah, that's the way it is.
Thanks for coming on today. We'll see you soon.
Thank you so much, boys.
I'm good, boys. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Yeah. No, thanks for coming on, mate. Yeah, I'm good, mate. What about you? I just got a bit of anxiety going into the game tomorrow.
Yeah, first of all, I'm going to start similar to Ash. So me and my dad have been watching your channel for about 4 or 5 years now. Massive fan. So thank you for
mate.
Content. Appreciate it.
No, thank you for the support and hope you call in more often. Is this the first time you've called in?
First time, yeah. I never usually watch live. I just watch them on YouTube afterwards. So it's the first time I thought, let me jump on. It's pretty easy, to be fair.
Yeah, please call in more in the future. But let's crack on with the game tomorrow night. What's your opinion? Do you want Spurs to win? Do you want Spurs to lose?
Absolutely. Let's lose 4-0. Do you know what? I'm seeing so much stuff on Twitter, and I honestly feel like maybe this is my opinion personally. So I'm based in North London. I feel like people who are saying they want Spurs to win or don't live in North London, because I don't know about you boys, 50% of my friendship group, unfortunately, are Arsenal fans. Yeah. And I couldn't take it. I personally couldn't take it. I've already made a joke. I said, if they win the league, I'm leaving the country for a few months.
How many texts have you got this morning saying COYS from Arsenal fans?
You know what? Quite a few. And I honestly, I find it embarrassing. I said to them, boys, you're giving us free ammunition. If you don't win the league, I've got text messages of you saying COYS. It's like, appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if we end up winning tomorrow, are you gonna be in the stadium?
Do you know what? It is probably the strangest game I've ever encountered. I've got a ticket, but I probably will be putting it on the exchange because the VAR. I don't know. I don't know about tomorrow's game. It's a weird one.
I guarantee you, Kaya, you're putting that ticket on the exchange. It ain't getting sold. There are already over 5,000 tickets on there.
I know, no chance. So I might have to drag myself down there. Let's see. You guys are going, aren't you?
Yeah, we're going.
Yeah. Are you going to be celebrating City's got every time City score?
I won't be celebrating because I can't. I just don't have it for me to celebrate someone scoring against my team. But I will be happy, as we all be inside.
Yeah, and if Spurs score, what will your reaction be?
Oh, I'll be pissed off.
No celebrating. If Tottenham get a last-minute winner, you're not celebrating.
Do you know what? It really is one game we can throw. Not only because I feel like top four's already done, but also I think all of us as a fan base appreciate Ange is in his first year of this project, right? So finishing 8th last year and finishing 5th this year and getting Europe, as the last caller said, getting players like Bergvall to get more game time, Don Lee, get Mikey Moore in, it's a bit of a no-brainer, I think.
If Villa do lose tonight, does your opinion change at all?
Unfortunately not. I can't see Arteta lifting the trophy like you said. I don't want to see it. At the same time, I don't think, and I hope I'm wrong, if we get Champions League, you know, people say, oh yeah, we get more money, we get Champions League money. We know don't have to speak out how our chairman operates as a club. It won't make much of a difference. So there you go.
I kind of do agree with that, to be fair. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be a really horrible 24 hours tomorrow, regardless of what the score is. But what is your score prediction?
I do reckon we'll nick a goal just because the way both teams play, but I reckon right now they're too strong. I'm going 3-1 City.
Thank you.
Where are you calling from?
Dublin.
Dublin. I've actually met a lot of Irish Spurs fans in the last couple of weeks at the stadium. There were quite a lot over for the North London derby, and I met a couple at the Burnley game as well.
We have a supporters club here that we meet for all the matches.
Oh, okay.
Dublin Supporters Club. So,
and you meeting tomorrow?
Fun. Pardon?
Are you meeting tomorrow?
No, I have to work. So I have to work the next morning. So I'm going to stay, just watch it in the house.
Okay, so talk to me. I saw you pointing to yourself when I said, come on, let's get some Spurs fans that actually want to win tomorrow on the show. So talk to me about your opinion.
So my opinion is, if we win, the Arsenal supporters won't be able to big it up to us because we can always say, well, we won the league for you. We won the league for you. They won't be able to enjoy it. It'll be sweet.
Oh,
timer
That's
just
all
went
right.
off for the chicken that we're cooking. So either way, I think it's a win-win. If we lose, Arsenal don't get the league, and if we win, then we can always forevermore tell the Arsenal supporters they wouldn't have won the league without us.
So it's like win-win.
Isn't that just
We
a
wanna
very
win for them.
isn't that just a very sad case? They're going to be lifting the trophy and we're going to be like, oh yeah, but we won it for you. They're still going to be there at the end of the season lifting that trophy.
I know, but listen. The thing is, Ange isn't going to put out a team to lose.
No, 100%.
He's going to try to win.
Yeah,
And
win
if
with
we
pride.
if we do win, we're going to get a lot of love from a lot of people. We're going to get a lot of respect from a lot of supporters all around who will say to themselves, "We went out to win a football match," and it'll bode well for us next year.
Do you believe that Ange said he believes the majority of Spurs fans do want Tottenham to win? Do you think he's correct?
No, I mean, look, if we lose 9-0, I'll be happy with that too.
The truth is coming out now. The truth
It's
is
a
coming
win-win.
out.
Listen, it's a win-win. Either way, I'm happy. Either way.
So if Man City do score, what would your reaction be? Man City go 1-0 up in the 10th minute. What's your reaction going to be?
Macarena.
We're all going to be singing City till July.
You see? So the truth comes
Either
out.
way, I'm happy either way. I think it's a free hit, no matter what happens. A draw, I wouldn't be happy with a draw. Either we win or they win.
Do you know a lot of Arsenal fans?
Yes, too many.
And are they all going to be? They all said they're cheering for Tottenham tomorrow. They're all Spurs
They're all
fans for a day.
They're all basically offering me favors at this point.
Tell them give me €50. And then
Yeah.
he'll
I'll try to get some money off them, but it's not really up to me now, is it?
So can you stomach making all of them so happy?
Yeah, because that will yeah.
It's slowly dawning on him. I think. Oh
But
God!
the thing is, they'll only get that because we gave it to them.
I love if
But isn't that an ode on us? If we give it to them, isn't that an ode on us
And
that we
every
gave it
time-
to them?
if we give it to them and they're all trying to slag us, we gave you the lead.
You wouldn't have had it without us. So
Yeah, but that's
so
bad
they
for
won't-
us that we gave it to them.
What?
That's bad for us that we're the ones who gave it to them. Isn't that the worst thing that happened?
No. The worst thing is if we had no say in it.
So what you're saying is they're only winning the league because we say they can win the league.
Exactly.
We won you the league.
I don't think I'd be able to stomach Spurs handing Arsenal the league. No chance. I just couldn't do it. I can't do it.
The most Arsenal thing though would be if we beat Man City and then they go and lose their last match. That would be amazing.
That would be the perfect scenario. That would be the perfect scenario.
And they have
So
history.
we should say
They
we tried to hand you the lead, except you bottled
you
it.
bottled it anyway.
Oh, that would be great. That would be very sweet.
What's your score predictions tomorrow night, guys?
2-1.
I'm going
To
to
who?
say nine.
Spurs.
I'm going to say
Oh.
9-8
9-8.
To who?
to Tottenham.
Nice.
Dane Scarlett hat trick. Skippy hat trick. Dragusin hat trick.
Big up to Barry and Arno. Thanks for coming on today, mate.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Thanks,
calling
lads.
in.
Good to have you here. What's your opinion on the game tomorrow? You willing to hand Arsenal the title in expense of a Tottenham win?
We've had Vicario up front and Emerson in goal, man. Like, genuinely, I just want to get this fucking game out the way so we can just get on with our lives. I've never felt this way before about a Tottenham game. Like,
Yeah.
to want my team to lose so Arsenal don't win the league is a horrible thing to have to admit, but I don't know, you know?
Yeah, it is. It is. And I feel the exact same way about it as well, because I was kind of, young the last time it happened, 99, early 2000s. I don't really remember it that well.
Yeah.
But now, when you're in the thick of it, it is such a strange feeling, isn't it? Are you going tomorrow? Do you go to games?
No, I'm not in London anymore, so I watch all the games on like TV and everything. But I think it's important to note as well. But when the season started, we were all saying this is Andrew's first year. Like, let's all give him time. It doesn't matter where we end up. It's about starting a foundation to build from, right?
Yeah.
Like, we've done incredibly well to get to this point. I think before the season started, if anyone would have said, "Hey, you'll be in a title race for 10 games in a row," and then, you know, after falling off, we all said there was going to be a rough point, right? Like, we all agreed that there were going to be a couple of batterings along the way. The fact that we're even in this position now is incredible, in my opinion. It's beyond my expectations, especially after Conte ball. So, to be like, if we lose tomorrow and we don't get Champions League, you know, it is what it is. Like, Europa League, get Bergvall some minutes next season and go from there, I guess.
Ash, Ange says that he believes that the majority of Spurs fans do want Tottenham to win tomorrow. There's only social media fans that want Tottenham to lose. Do you think he's right?
Yeah. To an extent. I think at the end of the day, if we win against City, no one's going to be like absolutely crushed. And the reason why he
Are you sure about that?
I don't know, man. I remember him saying in the press conference as well that this is more about a confidence thing if we beat City. Like, if we want to be a team that challenges for titles, we have to be a team that can beat title-winning teams, you know? So,
yeah,
I agree that there are definitely some major positives, but come on, man. It's Arsenal winning the league at the end of the day. I'm not sure if I can stomach that.
Exactly. And it'd be so classic Spurs, wouldn't it? To lose the 4 games on the trot to Arsenal, to Liverpool, to Newcastle, to Chelsea. And then in the one game that hands Arsenal the title, Spurs to go and win that game.
I'm saying, man. Like, I've watched Tottenham for too long. I know the script at this point. There is nothing more Tottenham than to beat City in convincing fashion just to give Arsenal the lead, you know. There is nothing more Tottenham. So,
what do you think the atmosphere is going to be like in the stadium tomorrow?
I think it's going to be really weird, to be honest. I don't know. I feel like it's going to be one of them ones where, you know, if we get a result, we're not going to really be celebrating too hard. Like, I'm going to end up watching the game with a couple mates in the pub, and, you know, if we lose, then I'm not going to be absolutely devastated.
We'll see about that when Arsenal are lifting the trophy at the end of the season, if that does happen. But what's your score prediction?
1-0 Tottenham.
1-0 Tottenham, wow.
Tottenham can get a result in this game, and I feel like it's just so written in the stars that Tottenham are going to get something out of this and hand Arsenal the league. It's just, oh, I hope I'm wrong, to be honest.
When you said 1-0 Tottenham there, I just got a shiver up my spine, just you know, thinking of Mikel Arteta lifting the Premier League title. So I really hope it doesn't come down to that.
This must be the first time you're ever worried that Tottenham might win a game against a big team. You're like actually genuinely worried about that prospect.
And it's a horrible feeling. Like, I never want to experience this again in my lifetime. Like, to want Tottenham to lose is not exactly the nicest pill to swallow, but again, don't
worry, Ash. If we stick with Big Ange in a couple of years' time, maybe it'll be on the other foot in the future.
And I hope we do. Like, I know we've gone through bad runs and everything this season, but we've seen so much progress, and he knows how to, like, make a team successful. It's what he's done in the past. It's what he'll do again. We just have to give him time, you know. So
yeah,
I'm not too stressed. Whatever happens, happens.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear. How are you?
Good on you, man. Good on you.
Yeah, not bad, mate. Not bad. What's your opinion? What's your opinion on the game tomorrow? You wanting Spurs to win or lose?
I think you guys already know my opinion. Look, I don't really care, but Arsenal can't win. They can't win, so
you do care?
If we have to lose it, well, what I mean is, I don't care about Champions League.
Oh, okay.
I don't care about Champions League. Arsenal can't win, man. Arsenal can't win the Premier League.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it would make me sick to my stomach if we're the ones that are capable of Arsenal winning the Premier League title. It really would.
And it's just our luck as well.
Yeah, exactly. Have you got a lot of Arsenal supporting friends?
Yeah. So here in South Africa, it's mostly Arsenal, Man City, Man United. So I don't think I've met another Spurs fan like in 10 years.
So why are you a Spurs fan?
Yeah, that's a tough question, eh? I think the season we finished second to Leicester. Yeah, I was playing a lot of FIFA, and at that time, we were actually decent. We were decent. We had like Walker, Vertonghen, Alderweireld, Rose. The team was good, and so I chose them. And before I opened my eyes again, then we're not good anymore. We have Jose, we have Conte, we have who's that other guy from Nottingham Forest? Oh, yeah,
Nuno,
yeah. And so yeah, I feel sorry.
No, go on, carry on.
And then Ange brought a little bit of light. I felt like Pochettino was also he was the dawn for me. He really was. But I feel it's the same now as it was with Pochettino. We didn't start out great with Pochettino, did we? We didn't. And I want to see Ange succeed, man. I really like him. Even though he doesn't look people in the eye, but that's fine. I really do like him, man. I really do want him to succeed. And if you listen to all the Arsenal fans and all the whole league saying he can't do it and he will never be able to do it, imagine.
So
Ange Postecoglou's got to bring success to this football club.
So what would it mean to you, Gids? What would it mean to you on Tuesday if we do lose and we can stop Arsenal winning the league? What would that mean to you?
Well, I'll take it. The thing is, I know we're not going to do it. Even if in Ange's press conference you can hear he doesn't care about us losing and about Arsenal winning, and he doesn't care about that. But I think all the fans care. And Arsenal can't win. Is there no chance anymore? Let's say we draw to Man City and Arsenal win or lose against. So there's no way for them if we win City or draw against City for City to win anymore.
There is, but it would rely on
very small chance.
If Arsenal win against Everton, Man City will have to better their result by 3 goals if it's a draw on Tuesday. Because
who they're playing the
Arsenal play at home to Everton and Man City play at home to West Ham.
Oh, West Ham. No, we're good, man. We're good.
All right, we're drawing on Tuesday.
We're good.
All right.
Now go ask Lawless, man. They're holding 5 against them for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Agree. Score prediction, Gids?
How many goals do they need?
3, I think. Let's go 5 or 6 to make it safe.
Let's make it 6-0.
6-0.